What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The setting is slightly different. I'm currently in Lanzarote. I'm going to answer one question today, and it's a question I get pretty frequently. So, should we prep for sleep deprivation in the military? Well, the short answer is no, but it'd be a very shit video if I was just to say that and leave. So I'm going to explain why. So the vast majority of things we do in military recruit training, we should prepare for. So load carrying, running, body weight stuff, all the physical side we should prepare for. The selection process, the interview, the test beforehand, we should prepare for all of those. There's a piece within that of sleep deprivation, which everyone knows happens. They do it for a good reason, okay? It's to figure out how you respond and react when you're sleep deprived. This can't be overlooked. It's ridiculously important in a soldier to be able to function when they're underslept. It's no good having someone who's all singing, all dancing, can do the job, is fantastic at the fitness side, fantastic at the soldiering, can do all the navigation, all that sort of stuff. But as soon as they're tired, they jack on everyone and they look after themselves and they completely shut down. That's completely useless. So part of the reason they sleep deprive you in training is to figure out who can respond and react positively to this adversity and who cannot. Unfortunately, this isn't something we can prepare for. Being sleep deprived is as bad if you have done it for 6 months and go and do it again for another 8 months, or if you've had 8.5, 9 hours sleep for the first couple of months while we prepare, and then you go and have shit sleep during your training process. It's just as bad. It's a bit like if I told you were going to go and get kicked in the balls in 6 months' time, there wouldn't really be any reason for me to go, I'm going to kick you in the balls today and then it's going to make that easier. That makes no sense. Equally, sleep depriving yourself in training and sleep depriving yourself in the lead up makes no sense to make it easier when you get there. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Reason number one, it's going to affect your training. So like I've said before, we need to arrive at recruit training in the best physical state possible. In order to do that, we need to protect our sleep. So 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night to make sure that we recover properly and that we can give intensity to the session the next day. That mapped over 6 to 12 months of preparation is going to put us in a really, really good spot. There's been studies out there that show that if you sleep under 6 hours, that can affect your time to fatigue by up to 40%. So it can drop that level, that fitness level, by 40%. So if we just sleep a little bit longer and recover a little bit better and prep ourselves for the next day of training a little bit better, then again, over that time period, we're going to be in a better spot when it comes to the start of training. Reason number two is injury risk. The main thing that takes people out of the process when preparing for the military, because you have to push the body so hard, is injury. Your propensity for injury goes through the roof. It skyrockets when you're underslept. So forcing that upon yourself makes absolutely no sense. And doing it because you think this is the right thing to do, it's hard, so I associate things that are hard with the Marines and therefore I should do it, and there's that association. I get it, but it just doesn't make any sense from a logical standpoint. This is something when I'm coaching people will come in and ask and always assume that part of the process is going to be this sleep deprivation, this thing, to get used to it, quote unquote. It doesn't happen, it doesn't work that way. And fundamentally, even if it did, I wouldn't recommend it because the drawbacks are so significant from not having good sleep that even if we could prepare in any way for the sleep deprivation aspect, because you get such a benefit from a full night of sleep from a cognitive and a physical standpoint, it makes absolutely no sense to put yourself voluntarily into a suboptimal state. It's my belief that you should sleep as much as possible, get decent sleep, okay, during your preparation, and protect that so that you can show up again for the sessions really, really strong with good energy, etc. And then when you get into training, you just deal with it, and everyone has to just deal with it. Like I said, even if you have sleep deprived yourself, you're not going to be in any better place. You're just going to probably not be as physically ready at the start because you've sacrificed so much of that preparation. So just wanted to put this quick video out there on YouTube to explain a little bit around why I don't think you should prep your sleep deprivation in terms of that aspect of preparing for the military. There are tons of things we need to be doing to prepare for the military that people aren't doing. So looking at the sleep deprivation as something that we should look at preparing for makes no sense. People are looking at that before they've even done a single leg strength session, before they've done any zone 2, before they've done any core work, all that sort of stuff. All the staples that I talk about all the time on my channel and on my pages, people don't do. And then they go away and go, oh, well, I'm going to just sleep 4 hours a night because I was sleeping 4 hours a night in training. Makes no sense, people. All right, stop the madness. Let's get good sleep in our preparation, protect it, make sure we're having good nutrition. It's a bit like saying, I'm not going to get good nutrition in training, therefore I'm just going to eat shit while I prepare to get used to it. It doesn't work. You wouldn't do that, so don't do it with sleep. So make sure that throughout your preparation, you're on a good training program, the good coach or someone else who you kind of like and vibe with. You are getting good sleep, you are getting good nutrition, you're hydrating yourself, and then you rock up at training at that start date of ROP or wherever it is you're going in the military in a good place. And then the training team can then mould you and craft you and get you to where you need to be. But the job isn't to do training before training. The job is to prepare the body for that process, to make sure you don't break down and make sure you can handle the load. So guys, hope that helped and hope you took something from that. If you did, please leave a like and comment and subscribe to the channel. I will try and push more of these YouTube videos out. However, I'm always busy, so it takes a lot more time than you would think. If you are interested in coaching, interested in joining the military, then in the link down below, there will be a link to my one-to-one coaching application and a link to my Military Athlete Academy account, which is the generic program I run for guys wanting to join the military. So if you have any questions about any of that, then just fire me a message on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video.